Yo, this your boy Tonio coming through another episode of Backyard Comedy. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy Baby. Please say the baby.
You already know.
I'm your boy Vocals 26. We here with Miss Anaya Daffe out here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. How y'all doing?
I'm good. Look, before we jump into it, let's do a recap of last episode. We had, what was it? Your ego?
Talk about ego.
Yeah, talk about having ego, controlling your ego. It was a great conversation, a really great conversation. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go on YouTube right now.
Please.
Get the streaming. We are also on Real Demand TV. Y'all know this episode is brought to you by that. Also, anybody, dealing with any type of substance abuse, holla at Mr. Julius Rowe for the motion. We'll get you moving in the right direction. Yes, and on this episode, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
It don't do no good anyway.
No, that's what I was about to say. It really don't. The only thing, I can't control it, but this spring, I can already feel it. It's about to tear me up.
Child.
Them allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
You better go and get stacked up with it.
I walked outside today like,
Claritin, please.
Please, get it one of them.
I can't take none of that stuff.
Really? What you be doing?
Yeah, I have to do like natural.
Oh, okay.
I'm
old school
about
grandma.
Eating garlic cloves, raw garlic cloves.
Don't come right here breathing like that now.
I'm telling you, it works though.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
And
my
then
grandma
I have to
said.
do my tea.
Yeah, green tea.
No,
Oh.
I crush the garlic,
Go
boil
with this
it,
garlic, bro.
boil it with ginger root, fresh ginger root,
Yeah, ginger root.
and orange peels.
Oh, you be healed the next day.
Boil it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Strain it. Put some raw honey in there.
Oh, yeah.
You doing
Drink
like
that
that?
thing.
See, this is what my
Listen.
grandma would do. My grandma would take.
You don't even taste the garlic. You don't even know.
Oh nah, I ain't want to do no garlic. I'm doing
But I'm saying you don't take when you do it as a tea.
Oh, you
like
don't taste
that.
it? Oh, you must not
You
put a
don't
whole
even
bunch
know,
in it.
but you get
Wow.
the honey, the orange peel, and the ginger.
That's
It's
all you
like
take.
it all comes
Overtakes
together.
it,
You
yeah.
see what I'm
Overtakes
saying?
it, yeah.
It all
I do
comes
something
together.
similar, but with a lemon when I'm sick. But that's a good idea. I haven't.
I'm going
added
old
the
school.
garlic though. I've never done it with the garlic.
That garlic gonna change the game up.
Yeah.
It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So you know any mucus in the body is caused by inflammation.
Do it
right?
work for gout?
So seriously, it does because gout is caused by inflammation,
yeah,
right?
You better go get a whole
So,
bag of garlic.
Yeah,
then, brother.
it does. It will help.
Yeah,
it will help.
yeah.
Turmeric is also good for inflammation.
Yeah, that's
my
what
thing.
he be on right there. That turmeric.
Yeah.
Yeah, he love
My
it.
thing.
He love it. I'm going to start off with you. He's going to jump up in there.
So I can't wait. I mean, we started talking about this before the show got started.
Yeah.
So I see that you are a real cowgirl. A real life. We beside a real life cowgirl. Y'all.
You know what?
So how'd you get started in that?
Man, so way back in 2001, I went to my first trail ride.
So you be going to a lot of the trail rides all the time, right?
I don't now as much as I used to. Back then, listen, my mom used to be hot with me. I'm missing family reunion.
What?
Everything,
Oh, no,
'cause
not the family reunion.
My mom even told somebody if she got to choose between them horses and me, them horses gonna win over me every time.
Hey, horse girl.
So,
wow.
yeah, it was bad. I had it bad. I had it bad. But I was young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was super young, and I was still a teenager. So I was trying to be at every single trail ride. I was trying to ride every chance I got.
Yeah.
Shout out to, my late godfather, Greg Lee, who was
R.I.P.
like the first trail ride DJ.
Really?
When it came to
Wow.
like the North Carolina trail ride scene, he was definitely the first trail ride DJ.
Wow.
DJing out of the back of his red tag-along horse
Come on
trailer.
now.
Rain or shine.
Through rain, sleet, or snow.
Had it
up
hooked
right
up to the generator, and we was rocking.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's
Bull
poppin'.
City Cowboys was one of the first, to do the trail ride parties that
Wow.
are super popular now. Back
Yeah.
then, it was
Yeah.
just all riders and people that we knew.
Legit
It
riders.
wasn't.
Now it's everybody there and their mama that ain't doing nothing. I got you. I got you. I know you.
Yeah.
And my thing is, there's nothing wrong with the culture's appealing, especially if you love animals.
Yeah.
And you want to get with horses because for so long, if you're not in that community, people make you feel like that's not for us, meaning not for
Yep.
black people.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't
So-
gonna lie. I just told my daughter that the other day.
Yeah, so
I did.
I get
Sorry.
why people are so intrigued with it and why they're so excited about it. My issue is that people are bombarding the culture and not really taking time to learn. You know, they're more concerned with like the dances and things like that. And don't get me wrong, we have a lot of fun.
Fans, Lord.
You know, we have a lot of fun, but there's a lot of work that these clubs and these people put into actual trail rides. So when people are having parties and there's no horses, and people are having stuff that they're calling trail rides and rodeos, and there's no livestock and there's no horses, it's extremely disrespectful to the people that put that work in to cut these trails and to take care of their horses every day. Whether it's snowing outside, ain't no snow days when you have a farm.
Hell no, that's a lot of work.
And, you know, so
you growed up on that.
You know, there's a lot of people would say, well, why are y'all so mad, or why do y'all not want? It's not that we don't want people introduced to the culture, but you know, because all of us were new to the culture at one point, unless you were born into it. You know, but the difference is we actually took the time to learn. We was on the farm, whether it was our farm or somebody else's. I don't own a farm, but I was out there. You know, I'm going to be out there when it's farm cleanup day or it's grooming day for the horses or whatever. I'm not just showing up when it's time to party. And then going home and leaving everybody else to clean up the mess. You see what I'm saying?
You got them hands.
So,
you a real country girl. You got them hands.
I was
you got out there
raised,
and wash them horses. That's right.
Washing horses, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning out the horse trailer, cleaning out the stalls. You know, all of those types of things. You know, holding the horse. Like, I don't know how to farrier, but some of them horses, they hard to hold. All them horses don't like to get
especially if they don't rock with you. If they don't rock with you.
You're gonna have
all of those things, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention the expenses. Like, horses aren't cheap.
Very expensive.
You know, keeping the horse, things like that. So for somebody for a regular promoter to just throw trail ride on a flyer or rodeo on a flyer, and it's just a party, is extremely like disrespectful to the entire culture. Like, come on.
And I want to piggyback off of you, and I want to ask you a question. How do you tie that into, you know, your, like, how you promote, being that, you know, you have that background? Like, how do you tie that in?
Okay, so it is it's a fine line, you know, because I always try to keep the respect and preserving the culture first and foremost. So right now I've collaborated with Brian Dawson. And we have
shout out to Brian.
And we have the Step and Sip Rodeo. So it gives people the opportunity. Step and Sip Rodeo, because people want to line dance, right?
That's definitely what black folks want to do.
If that's what you want to do, and you really aren't genuinely interested in the culture of trail riding, go to those. You know, let the trail rides be for the people that actually are into the culture and want to learn about horses. Because that's what trail rides are about.
The real talk.
You know, it's not about the party. Because
it comes with it though.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
The actual trail rides, there's no you finish the trail, they feed the riders, and if you have a little get together at your camp, if you're staying over, fine. But some people pack up and go home afterwards.
Whoop, time to go.
So
you know that it doesn't have to be a thing. It's not mandatory.
That makes sense. And so I was watching something earlier, and I wanted to get your take on it, because I don't know if you've ever been involved, but have you ever been involved where there's violence going on out there, like people shooting or stuff like that? Because I was watching a video and I'm like, wow.
We don't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't do that, and you know, I've had so many people, you know, I actually deleted somebody off my Facebook page a couple of weeks ago. Longtime friend, but I'm not about to go back and forth with you about something that you really don't know about.
You know,
because
we just talked about that last episode.
You know, well, I don't see the problem with it. I don't see the problem with new people coming. I don't see the problem with, you wouldn't, because this is not something that you've been a part of for over 20 years. You haven't seen the changes in this being a family dynamic, whether we know that person personally or not. When you brought your kids to a trail ride, they were literally free to run around, play, whatever. You didn't have to worry about them.
And it won't, you know,
because
on my behalf,
you didn't know the person, somebody there knew that.
Exactly.
Person,
and that's what I was going to say. On my behalf, it wasn't necessarily like the trail rides, but it was anything else. Like, we didn't have to worry about nothing. The whole street knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody. If my grandma knew them, if I got my tail toe up, they told my tail up. And it was all that kind of stuff. But nowadays, it ain't like that no more. It ain't like that no more.
And so that's the issue. You know, again, it all boils down to, if you want to come and be a part of it, respect the culture.
I'll drill y'all. I ain't going to say it no more.
At the end of the day, the reason that people want to come is because they see a group of black people together, having a great time.
Probably something free. You want to get something free? Don't say it.
It's only $20 most of the time.
Yeah.
It's only $20.
Yeah.
You pay $20. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get to eat if you don't mind standing in line because the riders eat first.
How much $20 food get you? Cause
Party of 6, please. Yes, and we are hungry.
It's going to get you,
We
most
need
of the time,
$40.
most of the time they have 2 meats, 3 or 4 sides, and a dessert.
oh, we full.
You see what I'm saying?
We definitely gonna be
So, and you get the party.
Yeah.
And if you get hungry later on, there's still other vendors and stuff
For
there.
$20.
For $20.
That's good.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can't get that at the club.
I know.
Oh, that's why they going to the trail
And,
ride.
and a lot
That's
of,
exactly why
and
they
a
going
lot
to
of
the trail
times,
ride.
Makes sense now.
because
Now you
it's
making
private
sense.
property,
I
it's
understand.
BYOB.
I'm
Yeah.
learning.
You know, because it's private property.
Yeah. But that's cheaper than going to the club and you buy a bottle of Hennessy for $400.
Exactly. So if you're gonna come, respect the culture. You
Yeah.
want to come because it's always been a good vibe.
Yeah.
Don't come and change the atmosphere. Come and be a chameleon. Do as what's already being done.
Yeah.
Don't come with these attitudes that you have when you go to the club.
Put some respect on
They
it.
can't control
That's
that
not out
liquor.
there.
They can't control that liquor.
We don't do that out
People
there.
can't do it.
You know what
Some
I'm
people
saying?
can't do it. Real talk.
And not to say that we're perfect. Some of the cowboys like to drink. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you know you got no right there.
And it's a situation to where if it is something that goes down, we handle it within each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about going to no trunk.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking
Right.
about, the only shooting they doing is shooting the ones. They might catch that little
Yeah.
fade.
Yeah, and that be
I
it.
love
Yeah.
that.
And
Now, I'm
by
with
the
that.
time-
Yeah, I'm with
By
that.
the time,
Yeah.
I
by
grew
the
up
time
doing
it's
that.
time to eat,
Yeah.
it's forgotten about. And
Yeah,
you would
we
if
friends
you
again.
wasn't
Let's
right
eat.
there to see it, you wouldn't even know that it
That's because
happened.
that's
that's
because
what's
it's a
up.
family event. That's real family,
Family,
and real
exactly.
men and grown ups
Right.
handle it like they're supposed to handle it.
And that's that, because I don't want to sit here and paint a picture like, oh, we're perfect. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
never, that's not the case. But we don't shoot each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't never get to that. Somebody's gonna always intervene.
Yeah.
They're not gonna never let it go that far. Hey, brother. Hey, come on, man. Come on, sis.
Yeah.
it's-
Calm it down. Let's
it's
get it
never-
together.
It's
Yeah.
never gonna get to that point. What I seen happen in Louisiana, that's unfortunate. I wish people would understand on the larger scale of things now that it is under the microscope and is mainstream. If it becomes a situation where it's violent, understand that them folks are going to try to start to put restrictions on stuff.
Indeed. Indeed. Same thing having a murder beach in their well.
It's coming around the corner if we can't stop the shootings and all of that stuff out there. That's for real.
And just like she's saying, like, I respect that because that's the era that I come from myself along with my brother. When you had a problem, you go out there, you shoot the one, you get knocked out, or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. But nowadays, it's not going, and I fear for my son's life because I have a 17-year-old son. I got to worry about him being around somebody. And me and bro talk about this all the time. And, these little young cats, they toting guns bigger than we have now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And they have no training. They have no respect or anything like that.
Nothing.
And I'm fearing for my son, like, you with the wrong crowd. And then, they coming after him. Now, I gotta go find out who I got to get at because of a situation because they don't want to get hit in the jaw. And it's because they don't want to be on social media being embarrassed. You know what I mean? And then that ain't what it's about.
That's the other thing too.
He said,
I remember the trail ride scene was a lot better before social media.
Yeah.
I feel like
I can understand
that kind of jaded it, as well. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about the technology and things like that. But that definitely, because I feel like that's a lot of reason why a lot of people want to come.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't necessarily want to be country. That they're not trying to conform. They're not really trying to learn about the lifestyle.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to post and say they was there.
That's bull.
Or do that TikTok dance everybody got,
Yeah.
That's bull.
If it wasn't for social media, half the folks wouldn't even want to be there.
Yeah. Where your
Yeah.
fans will be at then.
I gotta ask you because you said you made a statement about what would you choose. So I'm gonna ask you, would it between horses
Oh hell.
and your music because you got the love for both of them. But how
that's tough.
I ain't gonna say which one you would choose. How do you balance it from for having the love for both?
So I've never had nobody ask me that before. That's
Girl,
a great question.
we think of
That's
deep
a
stuff.
great question. That's a great question. I was blowing a kiss to my stylist, Sean. Thank you. She brought me my lovely little vest here to
Nice
wear.
too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Nice too.
Fellow Eagle, shout out North Carolina
okay.
Central. University.
Okay.
We ain't gonna talk about
Yeah,
y'all. We ain't gonna get in there with y'all. I'm an Aggie, so we ain't
But,
gonna get in there with y'all.
It's one of those things where, like, for me, I feel like what made me go so hard with the music was like, I don't have to have this luxurious 20-year, 30-year career. I can have that one record that I get those residuals and that publishing on to where I can finance the little country life that I want, and I'm cool.
That's real, though.
Like,
that's real.
That's literally where I'm at with it. Like, I'm just waiting. You know, I keep grinding for just that one little opportunity. Like, one of my favorite quotes is, you know, some people grind to be seen. I'm grinding so I can disappear. Like, I hit that right move. A lot of folks will never see me. If you're not in the country, you won't see me.
I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
I ain't lying. Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Like, that's really, you know, because a lot of people like, well, she be in the city. Yeah, that's my grind. That's my, I have to be in these spaces. I have to be in the club. You know, that's a part of what I do, you know, for a living, you know, just being in entertainment, from being an artist, personality in radio and things like that, you know, so I have to be in these spaces. My preference, I wish I could be in the country and sit on my porch in my birthday suit and drink me a cup of coffee.
I do feel you on that now.
And not nobody bother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I do feel you on that.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I do feel you on that. I
That's
feel
the
that. I
goal.
feel that now. We from the country. I
would
miss
be
that.
the life, you hear me?
Yeah.
Come out and enjoy the air. You ain't got to worry about your neighbors, nobody around you.
Because that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
my mom's family's from Georgia. Grew up. My first memories, I should say, because I grew up a lot of different places. My mom was in the Army.
Oh,
But,
okay.
you know, my roots, Tignal, Georgia. Down a long dirt road, Fannie Mac Clark Road. Shout out to my grandma.
Okay.
And that's our land. And, you know, I experienced what it's like going outside and not having to deal with no neighbors.
Yeah.
My closest neighbor was a field away, and that was my uncle and my aunt.
Damn, a field?
Yeah, like
That's a hump.
That's how it is in the country, though.
Yeah.
at least
yeah.
I would say probably about a half a mile, if not more away.
Yeah, walked over there. Like, I'm going. I'm gonna be back. I'm gone.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Where is she gonna go? I was outside playing by myself. Like, I was in the woods. Like, it was amazing.
We went outside when we came up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we sure was.
It was amazing.
I had to be home for that street light came on though.
Oh, so it wasn't no
She
street
ain't
light.
have street lights.
You ain't have no street light out there.
Not out there.
We had one. That, it was scattered out in like the back of people's
But
homes.
see,
But
he was in one of the parts that had street lights.
Yeah.
But in certain parts of the country,
No,
yeah,
like,
ain't none out there.
It was a light out there in the yard, but it wasn't a street light. Like, it was just a light in the yard because wasn't nobody else.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But you gonna know when to go in the house.
Yeah, you gonna know. You can't see around them feet. It's time to go.
And
Yes, indeed.
we in the country. So like, the wildlife in the daytime is different from the wildlife at
At
night.
nighttime, yeah.
And
Y'all
when
probably have
you
bobcats
start
and
hearing,
everything.
when you start hearing them noises around you and stuff, you gonna go
Time to go.
You gonna go
We
in the
going
house.
in the house.
Yeah, you better do that around here too. Yes, sir.
I know you say you do a lot of hosting and stuff. Far as your music wise, do you have anything new coming out? Are you working on anything at this time?
Well, so I've been kind of going back and forth. I have some content that I'm going to be releasing just kind of like as teasers. I've been kind of doing like some organic testing, playing unreleased music in new spaces, just kind of getting people's generic responses and stuff. So I have some content like that I'm going to release, to kind of just see how people feel about it.
I think that'd be nice.
And things like that, because I do have some music, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's been a while since I dropped some music as well.
What's your favorite song that you put out? Like, oh, that's my jam. I just love how I sound on that song.
Oh, you know what?
Go through the Rolodex.
Oh, it's hard because I have a lot of features too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I blessed somebody's feature better than I did my song.
I can understand
It'd be
that.
So,
like that sometimes.
I can understand that.
But I would have to say the song that I feel like probably got me the most notoriety was Switch Up.
Yeah, I see
You know,
that.
Yeah. We
shout out
watching
Jay
that earlier.
Manifest, produced by Jay Manifest. I feel like that one probably, like, my mama was like, I like that.
I know
And
it about made you cry, didn't it?
Yeah, my mom was a drill sergeant.
Oh,
tough,
yeah.
you know
I
what
know
I'm
about
saying?
I know
So
about that.
when mom was like, when Mom Dukes was like, I like that, I was like, for real?
Yeah, you gotta feel good.
I got something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I was like, okay, I got something with that. I got something.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what? started you singing? Like, was it you just had the gift and somebody just said, go for it, or did you take classes? Or
I said go for it. Like, I really never had. I felt like I could sing. I started singing. I started singing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice.
Sure didn't.
We're in Tignal, Georgia. It wasn't nothing else to do, especially during the summertime.
Yeah.
My aunt's husband at the time, he was a pastor. So, and then my grandma, you going to church every Sunday.
Oh, you going to church.
Yep. She might not do revival and all of that, but
you going
on
to
Sunday,
church, you going.
On Sunday, you going to be there.
Yeah.
Pass me not.
With stockings on.
With stockings
on. It could be 100 degrees outside, but you got them stockings on. That's right.
Okay.
And, so that was where it started. The choir. I always liked the choir. The choir kind of, for me, made it worthwhile being there. I was a kid. I didn't care nothing about the sermon and stuff.
I was over
there. I didn't really care about that as a kid.
Me either. I was on that drum set.
Yeah.
But the choir is what kept my attention.
Yeah.
Devotion and hearing Deacon whoever get up there and sing Hey Charles. Do you know I was a whole adult before the time I realized he was saying Hey Charles. I never really knew what the man was saying. I'm just being completely honest. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I know, but the way you said it is funny though.
So if I started out, y'all gonna know. And I bet y'all didn't know what he was saying either. When they go up there and they get the chair in front of the church and they put the chair down and then he kneel on one knee and then he say something and then the whole church starts singing behind him.
Yeah.
I'll go out this morning.
He's saying
the
Hey
whole
Charles.
Church saying, hey.
Come on here.
But so I used to think he was saying Hey Charles, right?
Yeah.
He was saying a charge. They was saying a charge.
A charge.
Yeah, like it's a old spiritual.
What?
Like,
you need Dooley for that one.
Yeah.
If Dooley was here, he'll know.
Like it's an old spiritual. And me and my cousins was always like, oh, I love when they do Hey Charles. Yeah.
It was not Hey Charles.
It ain't got nothing to do with nobody named Charles.
It said A charge.
Yes, a charge. And it's the old hymnal. And we was.
I'm gonna look it up now. I don't want to know myself now.
Yeah, and that was, and I would always be so intrigued, like I'd be looking around like how they know the words.
Yeah. Them hymn books.
It'd be like
but
that.
Before that, that was the thing though. That was what kind of always got me with music too, because like my grandfather, he knew a lot of his history. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't hymn books because a lot of them couldn't read. We taught my grandfather how to read in the 90s. He got his driver's license. He signed the X for his name to get his driver's license in Georgia.
Wow.
So,
that's crazy.
Like Juneteenth, that means something because my grandfather's people, like my ancestors, like they were a big part of that. Like, yeah, they were freed by law and policy, but they were still living as slaves. And then after that, as sharecroppers, which still didn't provide them the opportunity to get an education.
Yeah.
We didn't know that my grandfather couldn't read. Like I said, we taught him
the
how to
whole
read
time.
in the 90s. Never.
Wow.
Every time we go to Florida to like family reunions and stuff, he can tell us how to get there. All the way from Georgia, all the way to.
Don't know now sign up there.
We didn't know.
That's
we did
crazy.
Not know. We did not know.
Oh, that's a bad motherfucker right
We did not know. So these songs were passed down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my grandfather used to sit on the porch and he would do the ham bone. These kids don't know what that is.
Tell them what the ham bone is.
The ham bone, man. Listen, my granddaddy used to go crazy. Shout out to Mac. He was like, hey, Doc. And he'd sit on the porch with me. And I remember the first time I heard about it. And I went home. I couldn't wait to go and see my granddad. And I'm like, hey, granddaddy, you know what the ham bone is? He said, yeah, Doc. What you know about that? And he sat on the porch and he'd get to going.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but
like, he had a song. He had a song that he would sing with it. And basically the ham bone was a song that it started with the slaves. They would sing to pass messages to each other. And the song would sound like a riddle or even a joke, but it would be a message about how, maybe somebody is planning to lead a plantation that night and escape. Or, a plot on just different things. It could be a celebration. It could be, somebody's getting married and they would have something about that. But it's a rhythm that they do.
Yeah, I can't do it. I know exactly what you're talking about, but
and he would do it.
It sounds crazy though.
Start with his leg, and then he hit his chest. and then he'll speed up, and it's amazing to watch.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would remember
Hand-eye
all
coordination.
these different words to all the different, the different messages, I guess, that they would have.
Damn.
And I feel
Grandpa's was on
really, I feel extremely blessed,
to be taught. I mean,
firsthand, like,
to grow around. They don't got that no more, man.
No, you can't, and they're not gonna teach it in school.
Nah,
you know
of
what I'm
course
saying?
not.
Like,
they wrote that off. They wrote that off.
I didn't realize that, like, a few years ago when I, am in certain circles and I have conversations with folks, like, over time as an adult, I really realized, like, how fortunate and blessed that I am. Like, I grew up with history.
Yeah. Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's fading. So
yeah. Like, my grandma was born in 1926. So the things that she experienced, you know what I'm saying?
Mine died off, man. So, but
and her experience was totally different than my grandfather's. She was educated. She had what would have been equivalent to a college education for a woman of color
during that time. Yeah.
wow.
She taught school K through 12 in the same classroom.
Wow.
But she knew songs as well, and she would teach me different stuff, and she was wise, like, beyond her years. My grandmother knew stuff about science that people are talking about now.
Wow.
That she would talk to me about when I was a child, because I loved science. And she used to always be like, that science is going to get you in trouble with the Lord one day. She said sometimes, she says, she was honest, she said sometimes, science and the Bible don't mix.
Yeah. And
Legit.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would always be very open with her and give her my theory and my logic. And, she allowed for those conversations. So I just feel blessed, like, all across the board.
Yeah, real talk.
To have, that
Be
history
able to
and
have
stuff.
that.
She,
Yeah.
A woman of color, a black woman, which, she was not as open about her genealogy and family. It was a little different, because I was like, Grandma, I know you got native blood, like what tribe and this and that. And she was like, we didn't talk about that kind of stuff.
Wow.
She was like, we wasn't like y'all. That was not something that we was proud of.
Really?
So, Tigner, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would tell how she would literally have to run to school sometimes because she was too light for the black kids and too black for the white kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she had it rough, and she was tough. She was a tough woman. Like, I know that my grandmother loved me, but my grandmother wasn't the type of grandma that most people have where, you're being coddled and, No.
Yeah.
Like,
she had to be tough. Yeah, she had to have that thick skin, though.
Landowner, she's who taught me about business. My first trips to the bank and watching somebody go in a safety deposit box and things like that was with her.
Wow.
My first time seeing somebody pay taxes on land was with her.
That's good, because they ain't showing none of that.
Yeah.
So it's like I literally got the best of both. I'm so blessed. Like, I'm just sitting here just like.
Yeah, that's real talk, though.
I really got the best of both worlds.
And the thing about it is, it's going to be, a lot of black kids growing up, females, that they're not going to have that, because now they're doing other stuff. They're twerking and they're doing all that type things around the kids. Me and brother just seen a video earlier.
Grandmothers are not the same.
Yeah,
grandmothers are,
now.
they definitely not. And I had that conversation with my friends a lot too. I was like, a lot of us are the way we are because we had real grandparents.
Yeah.
And because we had real grandparents, our parents were different.
Yeah.
Even though I grew up in a single parent household, my foundation was there with my grandmother and my grandfather.
Yeah.
So I still understand the dynamic of having that 2-parent household. I understand the dynamic of teamwork because, they didn't like each other all the time.
You up here talking now.
You know what
talking
I'm saying?
now.
Yeah. Like, they didn't like each other all the time. Like, my grandma and my granddaddy, boy, I'm trying to tell you, Zeus reality ain't got nothing on them.
But they stayed together,
They
though.
stayed together, and they always made sure, like, when it came to the family
was first.
Family was good. They had 7 kids. All 7 kids were taken care of with what they had. You know what I'm saying?
It was. You hit stuff right on the head.
We had a farm. We had all kind of vegetables, different kind of fruits and stuff. And that was the thing too. Like, we would go outside and play. We wasn't running back home for a Capri Sun. and a fruit snack.
Sure one at my grandma's house.
We got plums on the trees outside. You know, we got muscadine vines. We got blackberries. We got peaches, crab apple trees.
Yeah, we had pears.
You know,
pears and apples.
Sugar cane.
Yeah, we had them grapes.
You know, we had sugar cane. You know, all of that. And not to mention, if you go in the garden and the cucumbers and stuff are already there. Like, and then you go.
I'd have got skipped up many days.
We couldn't go in that garden.
Nah, I'd have got skipped up. Can't step in that garden now.
So when it came to I used to help my grandma in the garden.
Oh, see, you good.
So, yeah.
Us as boys? We ain't no going right now.
I used to help my grandma in the garden, so I knew when, you know, when I would sit on the porch with her and help her shell peas and stuff and shuck corn, like, those are core memories. Like, I wish kids could experience that.
I agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I have those memories. I had all that. We had the horse. We had everything, man. Everything with my grandma. And my kids, they be looking at me like, "Hey, you ain't used to do that kind of stuff." Until they get around the old head and they tell them like, yes, he did. He had to. We had no choice. Yeah.
It's a lot of people look at me because they always see me in entertainment in an urban setting, you know, with hosting and things like that. And I like, but they have no idea.
But how do you separate it though? Because, you know, on the one hand you got the countryside, then the other hand you in the club. You know what be in the clubs. Like, how do you separate that to still
because
be like?
I know what I want. I ultimately, regardless of what I do career wise and things like that, like, I know my end game. Yeah. My end game is to be down a dirt road somewhere. Yeah. Whether it's on my family land in Georgia or on something here in North Carolina. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my end game. So literally, sometimes I tell people all the time, like, if I have multiple days of hosting, you might not hear from me for another 3-4 days. Because I don't want to talk. I don't even want to move my lips. My TV doesn't come on. I enjoy peace. I enjoy, you know, solitude. Like, I would absolutely be fine in the country down that dirt road with just the animals. That's the only noises I want to hear. Legit. The bugs and the animals and crickets, the birds and that's the only noises I want to hear. I don't want to hear any people voices. You know, sometimes it does take a lot out of me, but I balance that by making sure that I still do the things I like to do. Every chance I get, I'm supposed to go fishing when I leave here.
That's what's up. I love fishing.
It's crappie season. You know what I'm saying? They spawning right now. So, you know,
get them crickets out.
Minnows. I'm gonna go
right now. You with the minnows?
Yeah, right now. The bait shop right up the street.
For sure.
So it's crappie season. I'm supposed to hit the water after this interview.
Well, I know when you go with people, because I done been fishing with people and they scared to grab it. They don't want to touch this. They scared of the fish, scaring the fish off and stuff, man.
Would never go fishing with me.
I can't stand it. I can't stand
never.
it. Yeah, man. So it'd be like that.
Never.
Man.
I'd be so irritated when, you know, because I'm pretty much one of the guys. You know, when I go fishing, I'm usually the only girl, and sometimes they'll bring a date along. Because the girl be done nag them like, oh, I want to go fish. And then she get there and,
should stay home. Hey, shout out to Corey for my fish today. Shout out to Corey, man. Thanks for the fish today.
Okay. Where mine at?
They had a house in the sink. You want some?
Oh, okay. You
got some bad sense. Nah, I ain't cook them yet.
Oh, okay. When you get them things fried
they still
up,
froze.
I will take a plate with some mustard on it, yes, sir.
Some mustard? Nah, I want that hot sauce. You want mustard on your fish?
Yeah, and hot sauce.
Would you put the mustard while you frying it or after you fry it?
No, after.
When
it's nice and crispy.
You put mustard?
Man, you get a piece of white bread and put the mustard on there and slap that thing on there and put the hot sauce on the other side.
Nah, I ain't put no mustard on it now.
I'm telling you, it's going to take it to the next level.
I got to try that, but I ain't put no mustard on it.
It's going to take it to the next level.
You close your eyes and talk about that.
When it's good and crispy and hot, you put that mustard on.
Come on now.
See, you ain't lived yet. You got to put that mustard on.
You put mustard on yours, bro?
Mustard on one side and hot sauce on the other side if you're doing a fish sandwich.
Yo, I'm going to try it. I'm gonna try it just because you said it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna you like, yo, that was real. That was good.
It's gonna take it to the next level. I promise you.
Hey man, we won't trying to hold you long, man. I got one more question.
No, I'm enjoying y'all.
I got one more question though.
Y'all questions have been like super different.
Hey, that's like we got to think outside the box here. You know what I mean? So like, what's next? What's your next move now? You already got established with everything you've been doing. Now we checked you out. Now you in there. Like what's next? What's next now?
Well, I'm super excited. Shout out to Darrell Smith. I just recently shot. I've been in movies before, but this is my first like major role.
Okay.
It's a movie gonna be coming out called Wrong Turn.
Hey, can we talk about
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we can talk about it. He's like, yes, absolutely talk about it. Shout out to Darrell. He is the director. He wrote it. He actually has some other films out on Tubi already.
Okay.
He is a domestic violence advocate. So I know one of his films. I can't remember the name right now, but I'll post them on my Instagram.
Okay.
And one of the films is geared towards domestic violence awareness and things like that.
Yeah.
But all of his films have some kind of message. Wrong Number is a thriller.
Watch out, Tyler Perry.
It's gonna be really, really good.
Ready to see that.
Shout out to the entire cast, the production crew, and everything. It was an amazing experience. It was my first paid acting gig.
Really?
Okay.
So that was major.
Yeah.
Very
major.
No
that
doubt.
was major.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Always to get paid. Major.
Pulled out all the stops. I've been in, shout out to Rome Jeter. I've been in other films. Shout out to him. I was in his movie Rockstar, and then he has a film on Tubi called Love and Lyrics.
Okay.
That I have a cameo in as well. And in that, I just pretty much played myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was an artist performing at a spot or whatever in the film. But Wrong Number, I have a major role.
That's what's up. Hey, come on now. Shout out to you.
It's a black thriller, and it's going to be so freaking good. I can't wait to see it. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with Five Mics. He's one of the main characters in it.
Five Mics.
He's a big blogger out of New York and stuff.
Oh, not
He's huge on Instagram and things like that too.
Five Mics. I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna look you up, bro. Today.
Yep, Five Mics is in it. Shout out to Sheldon Bailey, who actually casted me for the role. He was in Hulu series Clipped about the Clippers. He played DeAndre Johnson.
Okay.
In that.
Okay. Yeah.
So and he also played in the Netflix series From Scratch as well.
Oh.
He's done 150 something LeBron James commercials. He's a body double for LeBron James as well.
Really?
So
that's what's up.
Yeah. So
Bro got to be swole up, man.
Yeah, he's a big dude, a big guy, and so he plays in it as well. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. So be on the lookout for that. That's definitely gonna be next.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's up. So nobody haven't came hey, can you play a cowgirl for me? Nobody thought about doing that?
I don't know, not yet.
Really?
But they can.
Maybe in the works.
Yeah, maybe in the works because you're already that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Everybody's. I feel because I know what it takes to be a real cowgirl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't take the word lightly as some people do. My friends and I, we joke around and we call each other cowgirls and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, a real cowgirl is somebody Judea Kirsch or whatever. She's the first rodeo queen out of
educate them
out of Arkansas.
Wow.
And this was recently, just a few years ago.
My family from Little Rock, Arkansas.
You know what I'm saying? And we're still making first. Okay,
Yeah.
hello.
You better talk about it in here now.
Beyonce brought her out for the performance that she did.
At the game. Okay.
Yep, she was one of the ladies that was in the vehicle that rode out or whatever.
Wow.
She's the only black girl. And
Yeah.
she's a cowgirl. She was the first rodeo queen out of Arkansas.
Wow.
And she now puts on her own rodeo queen, her rodeo pageants or whatever, but exclusively catering to diversity.
Yeah. Boy, the more you know. That's for sure.
For sure.
The more you know. Tell everybody how they can reach out, they can get in contact with you.
You can follow me on Instagram, Anaya Daffe Official. That's ANAYADAFFE Official. I'm also on Facebook, just Anaya Daffe. And that's it. I got a TikTok, y'all, but I had to start my TikTok all over.
Oh,
You
man.
deleted it?
No, I don't know. I don't remember my password. I was never on there. I was never really a Twitter girl.
Yeah.
And I was never
Yeah,
really a
me
TikTok
Nah,
girl.
you need to stay off Twitter.
Me either.
I could just,
Twitter is
I could
something
never
else.
really get.
I will never
See,
own
I hear
none
about
of
that
them like
now,
that,
but I don't
but-
know. Yeah, I was never really into either of those. So
Yeah. Me either.
Yeah,
My
stay
Instagram.
off of there. Stay off of
you
there.
said it ain't.
Yeah, Twitter,
Okay.
stay off of there now.
I get
Okay.
it. I get
That's
it.
like calling the 900 number. You better
Oh
stay-
no, you
better
ain't
stay
got
up
to
off
tell
of
me
there.
twice. You ain't got to
Stay
tell
off
me
of there.
twice. I won't be on there then.
Yeah, man. So look, we done went through that. We're gonna go on to the next segment real quick, man. So we ain't trying to stay around here too much longer. Got fishing to do today.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna go to the Black-owned business of the week. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, bro. I think it's Kiwan Hester. Favorite desserts.
Oh yeah, they're good too.
I heard. I want to go check them out, man.
And
It's
red velvet. Oh my God.
What? That's exactly what I was gonna talk about.
Oh my God, yes.
I gotta get
the
it.
cupcake.
Come on now.
Blew my mind.
For
I'm
real?
scared to get the whole cake.
And it's in Durham on Austin Ave.
Yes.
I need the whole
Check
cake.
it out.
I'm scared.
Crazy.
Like the cupcake changed my life.
For real? What kind of cupcake was it? Just like a regular?
It was the red velvet cupcake.
Oh, the red velvet cupcake.
And the icing, I don't know what kind of icing that was. But it was
I'm looking through it right now.
Oh my
Bless
God.
ya.
It was amazing.
Cream cheese or something.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go check them out because I am.
Yeah, we going.
My name is Kiwan Hester. I'm the owner of Favorite Desserts Bakery. Favorite Desserts is a local bakery here in Durham, North Carolina. We specialize in homemade desserts. I love Durham because I'm born and raised from Durham, and the people here have got behind me and supported me so much. I wouldn't be where I am anywhere else. I think the local support of people here in the city of Durham has been tremendously overwhelming. And so, you know, Durham is home. Durham will always be home. And Durham is where I know that my success lies here. They keep us thriving. And small business, when they support us, it allows us to hire people like me, ex-offenders, be able to give back to the community.
4520 South Austin Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. Favorite Desserts.
Check them out, y'all.
That's the black-owned business that we want to choose. Brought to you by Real Demand TV. Y'all know we're streaming in 172 countries. And if you know anybody struggling with any kind of substance abuse, holla at my man, Mr. Julius Rowe. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy Baby. Please say the baby.
You already know that.
I'm your boy, Vocals 26. Shout out to Miss Anaya for coming through today.
Thank you guys for having me.
You. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
But before we leave, we can't leave without being a blessing unto.
No, we cannot. No, we cannot.
Wait, let me read it. Let me read it first.
Okay.
All right, so
let me read it.
Yeah, let me read it. So we got you just to show our appreciation for taking the time out your day.
Oh my gosh.
It said Backyard County presents Anaya Daffe, the Best Singer and Host Award.
This is so amazing. Okay, you guys have outdone yourselves. Y'all see this?
Hey, that's what we do.
This is, listen.
Yeah, thank you.
I've never
Appreciate
done
you.
an interview and received an award.
Really?
This is amazing. Yes,
That's
I'm going to
terrible.
keep this forever and ever and ever.
It's yours.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, we
Shout
hope
out
you
to-
keep it.
Yeah, we hope you keep it.
No, first, I'm a pack rat. That's my problem.
Oh,
I know.
hey, meet your
I know
partner
about
over
that.
here.
I know
Yeah.
about
Meet your partner.
It's insane.
It's all
I have a
good.
hard time throwing like the weirdest stuff
I
away.
mean, but some stuff you need, and then when you need it,
I still have my
You need it
plans
all.
to keep.
Y'all need it all.
If you throw it away, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Don't throw that away. Keep
No,
that.
absolutely
keep
not.
that.
This is amazing, you
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
Thank
that's
you
for
guys
you.
so much. This is awesome.
And you are welcome,
Y'all
man.
are
Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
One more time before we head out here, tell everybody how they can reach you.
Hit me up on Instagram. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Anaya Daffe Official. ANAYADAFFE. Y'all know how to spell official. Don't play with me.
okay.
That's how we do it. Make sure y'all hit us up,
Hope you know how to
backyardcomedy3@gmail.com. You already know time is a precious thing to waste, so don't waste it by not watching Backyard Comedy. We appreciate you and we love you.
Love y'all, man.